Okay.
Okie.
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 Okie and welcome.
We acknowledge that we're gathered on the lands of the Blackfoot people of the Canadian Plains.
We pay respect to the Blackfoot peoples past,
present,
and future.
We recognize the thousands of Indigenous people
From many diverse nations,
call after tone.
Including members of the Blackfoot Confederacy,
The 68 of the
Akana,
Siksika,
Unscopi people.
as well as other First Nations,
Métis, and Inuit peoples.
we respect Indigenous people's cultural heritage.
Beliefs
truth
and relationship to the land.
that stretches back in time.
We will not blink at history.
We will not blink at history.
and we will learn from it.
Okie is an invitation.
A step forward.
In Blackfoot, Okie means hello.
Okie means hello.
Hello.
Okie.
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 Okie and welcome to the lands of the Blackfoot people.
Okay, and welcome to the Accapelist Singing Therapy Show. Hope you are doing well. I am feeling fine. Not as good as I'm going to feel in about 22 minutes because I'm going to sing some songs, and that will be a good thing. How about? She got a roof that don't leak when the rain come pouring down. She got a place I can sleep where I'm safe and sound. She got a lock on the door. Oh, but she gave me a key. She don't walk the floor, but Lord, she worries about me. Her love had no strings, her shackles or chains, but I'm holding on for dear life. Oh, she's like rolling a 7. Every time I roll the dice, she like rolling a 7. Every time I roll the dice, every time I roll, she like rolling a 7. Every time I roll the dice, she got a big Oldsmobile. She got a dog that don't bite. She got a heart I can't steal, just like a thief in the night. She got a slow burning flame. She keeps her radio low. Lord, when she gets inspired, we let the good times roll. Her love had no strings, her shackles or chains, but I'm holding on for dear life. She like rolling a 7 every time I roll the dice. She like rolling a 7 every time I roll the dice. Every time I roll, she like rolling a 7 every time I roll the dice. Doing it right, doing it right, doing it right, doing it right. The blues bands are cooking and the drummers burning down. Doing it right on the wrong side of town. Now I know a place on the wrong side of town. The blues bands are cooking and they're getting on down. Sax man plays like his soul's on fire, moving like a rumor on a telephone wire. Rev up your Chevy, put your gas foot down. Doing it right on the wrong side of town. Doing it right, doing it right, doing it right, doing it right. The blues bands are cooking and the drummers getting down. Doing it right on the wrong side of town. There ain't no future dating magazine girls. Take me to the club with the hot-blooded thrills. No time for tears, worries, and sorrow. We'll boogie woogie like there's no tomorrow. Rev up your Chevy, put your gas foot down. Doing it right on the wrong side of town. Doing it right, doing it right, doing it right, doing it right. The blues bands are cooking and the drummers burning down. Doing it right on the wrong side of town. I was standing by my window one cold and cloudy day when I saw that husk come rolling for to take my mother away. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, long by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. I said to that undertaker, please drive slow. For that lady you are carrying, Lord, I hate to see her go? Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky, in the sky, Lord, in the sky. I followed close behind them, trying to hold up and be brave. But I could not hide my sorrow when they laid her in her grave. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. In the sky, Lord, in the sky. In the sky, Lord. In the sky. I was dealing up and down the highway till they caught me with a heavy load. Sentenced me to hard labor, walking on the side of the road. Now I don't deny I was guilty. Lord, I know I broke the law. I was running forward, I couldn't see no more, and my back was up against the wall. Now I'm right outside of your window. Honey, open up and let me in. I broke out of jail as a morning, and I ain't never going back again. I just had to stop by for a minute. Lord, I can't stay long at all. Oh, I got to run. You see, I'm under the gun, and my back is up against the wall. I was shackled to a 3-time loser, a man called Jellison. One night we got to talking, and I asked him what he'd done. He said a man fell over my razor in the middle of a barroom brawl. Now don't you see, it was him on me. My back was up against the wall. Now I'm right outside of your window. Honey, open up and let me in. I broke out of jail as a morning, and I ain't never going back again. I just had to stop by for a minute. Lord, I can't stay long at all. Oh, I got to run. You see, I'm under the gun, and my back is up against the wall. I said, now I got to run. You see, I'm under the gun, and my back is up against. My back is up against. My back is up against the wall. How about a cautionary tale about going too fast, especially when you don't have the proper equipment? How's it start? Dang it. They gave him his orders in Richmond, Virginia. Said Steve, you're way behind time. This is not 38. This is old 97. Get her into Parker on time. So he turned around and said to his black grizzly fireman, shovel on a little more coal. And when we hit that White Oak Mountain, watch old 97 roll. He was going down the grade, making 90 miles an hour. His whistle broke into a scream. He was found in the wreck with his hand on the throttle, scalded to death by the steam. Scalded to death by the steam. Well, then a telegram station, this is how it read. Oh, that brave engineer that run on 97 is lying in Danville dead. 'Cause he was going down the grade, making 90 miles an hour. His whistle broke into a scream. He was found in the wreck with his hand on the throttle, scalded to death by the steam. So now all you ladies about to take a warning from this time on and learn. Never speak harsh words to your true loving husband. He may leave you and never return. 'cause he was going down the grade, making 90 miles an hour. His whistle broke into a scream. He was found in the wreck with his hand on the throttle, scalded to death by the steam. Scalded to death by the steam. Steve. I know what you're thinking. You've heard one wreck song. Why not hear another one? How about Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald? How about that? Let's try that. It's a song by Gordon Lightfoot. I don't know when it's from. 1960s, I'm going to say. Sad story based on a true event. The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead when the skies of November turn gloomy. With a load of iron ore 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. The good ship and crew was a bone to be chewed when the gales of November came early. The ship was the pride of the American side, pulling out of some mill in Wisconsin. As big freighters go, it was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned, concluding some terms with a couple of steel firms when they left fully loaded for Cleveland. And later that night, when the ship's bell rang, could have been the north wind they've been feeling. The wind in the wires made a tattletale sound, and a wave broke over the railing. And every man knew, as the captain did too, 'twas the witch of November come stealing. The dawn came late, and the breakfast had to wait when the gales of November came slashing. When afternoon came, it was freezing rain in the face of a hurricane west wind. When supper time came, the old cook come on deck, saying, "Fellas, it's too rough to feed ya." At 7 p.m., a main hatchway caved in. He said, "Fellas, it's been good to know ya." The captain wired in, he had water coming in, and the good ship and crew was in peril. And later that night, when the lights went out of sight, came the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. They might have broke up, or they might have capsized. They may have broke deep and took water. And all that remains is the faces and the names of the wives and the sons and the daughters. Lake Huron rolls, Superior sings, in the rooms of her ice water mansion. Old Michigan steams like a young man's dreams. The islands and bays are for sportsmen. And farther down below, Lake Ontario takes in what Lake Erie can send her. And the iron boats go, as the mariners all know, with the gales of November remembered. In a musty old hall in Detroit they prayed, in the Maritime Sailors' Cathedral. The church bell chimed till it rang 29 times for each man on the Edmund Fitzgerald. The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchagumi. Superior, they said, never gives up her dead when the gales of November come early. How about another song by Gordon Lightfoot? You'd have to dust off your cassette tape of Gordon Lightfoot. What's it called? Sundown. That's what it's called. I can see her lying back. Oh, let me try that again. I can see her lying back in a satin dress in a room where you do, where you don't confess. Sundown, you better take care if I find you been creeping around my back stairs. Sundown, you better take care if you find you been creeping around my back stairs. She's been looking like a queen in a sailor's dream, and she don't always say what she really means. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get feeling better when I'm feeling no pain. I can picture every move that a man could make. Getting lost in her loving is your first mistake. Sundown, you better take care if I find you been creeping around my back stairs. Sometimes I think it's a sin when I feel like I'm winning when I'm losing again. Sundown, you better take care if I find you been creeping around my back stairs. Sundown, oh, I think it's a sin when I feel like I'm winning when I'm losing again. How about way out there in the cotton, sun beating down so hard, a sweat rolling off of this shovel, digging in the devil's boneyard. Shone like a cool drink of water, a soft rag to soothe my face, a shone like a woman to talk to in this place. It's 110, 110 in the shade. I got one way down. Mama, won't you carry me? A handle so hot I can't stand it. Might shrivel up and blow away. Noonday sun make you crazy. At least that's what the old men say. Bottom land hard as a gravestone. I couldn't cut it with an axe. I'm gonna lay me down right here, and that's a fact. It's 110, 110 in the shade. I got one way down. Mama, won't you carry me? I got one way down. Mama, won't you carry me? Way out late in the evening when everything's quiet and still. I sit here and think about leaving. Lord, I guess I never will. Hard times down in that city. Bright lights scare me anyway. I sure want a woman to talk to in this place. It's 110, 110 in the shade. And got one way down. Mama, won't you carry me? I got one way down. Mama, won't you carry me? The first time I heard this song, it was my daughter and her classmates in grade 4 at Sunnyside School were singing it, and it was so beautiful, and they were so earnest. Oh, it's lovely. I gladly walk across the desert with no shoes upon my feet, to share with you the last bite of bread I had to eat. I would swim out to save you in your sea of broken dreams. When all your hopes are sinking, let me show you what love means to me. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? I would whisper love so loudly every heart would understand. And love and only love can join the tribes of man. I would give my heart's desire so that you might see. The first step is to realize that it all begins with you and me. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? 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 Young man, no, young boy kneels on the ground by a dog whose day is done. 14 years just stood there like one. There comes a time when every old dog dies. The boy knows he never should let it take him by surprise. But he's leaving now. That's what the old dog's eyes did say. There are no words the boy can use to make him stay. And in his heart, he knows that ain't no use. Turn his head and he'll turn him loose. Mama stands in the doorway where I've lived for 16 years. Her mind is filled with memories, but her eyes are filled with tears. She don't find it one bit funny how time flies. She knows she never should let this thing take her by surprise. But I'm leaving home. She knows that's what I'm gonna say. She's searching hard to find the words that'll make me stay. And in her heart, she knows that ain't no use. She just can't turn me loose. Say what you mean. Come on, try and speak. My stomach's trying to get out and my knees are getting weak. I never seen that look before in your eyes. I know I never should let this thing take me by surprise. But you're leaving me. Lord, I know that's what you're gonna say. I'm searching hard to find the words that'll make me stay. And in my heart, I know that I ain't no use. I just can't turn you loose. I know that ain't no use, but I just can't turn you loose. Busted flat in Baton Rouge, waiting for the train. I was feeling near as faded as my jeans. Bobby thumbed the diesel down just before it rained. Rode us all the way to New Orleans. I pulled my harpoon out of my dirty red bandana. I was playing soft while Bobby sang the blues. With them windshield wipers slapping time, I was holding Bobby's hand in mine. We sang every song that driver knew. Our freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing. Well, that's all that Bobby left me. Oh, yeah. I said feeling good was easy, Lord, when he sang the blues. You know, feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and my Bobby Mcgee. From the Kentucky coal mines to the California sun. Yeah, Bobby shared the secrets of my soul. Through all kinds of weather, through everything we done. Yeah, Bobby, baby, kept me from the cold. One night near Salinas, Lord, I let him slip away. He's looking for that home, and I hope he finds it. But I'll trade all my tomorrows for one single yesterday to be holding Bobby's body next to mine. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose, nothing. Well, that's all that Bobby left me, oh yeah. I said feeling good was easy, Lord, when he sang the blues. You know, feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and my Bobby Mcgee. I said feeling good was good enough for me. Good enough for me and my Bobby Mcgee. How about a Paulthorne song? On a hot Sunday evening, I was driving in the country when I felt my right front tire blow. In the trunk, I had a spare, but the jack wasn't there on a desolate gravel road. Just across the street was a two-room shack with a girl shelling peas on the porch. When she ran out to meet me in a white cotton dress, all I could say was, praise the Lord. I was a long way from Tupelo, a long way from Tupelo. I was stranded in a place that nobody knows. I was a long way from Tupelo. She said, my mama's not home and we don't got a phone. But if there's anything I can do, I'd be happy to pour you some cold iced tea because I think you're kind of cute. We went inside, sat down on the couch, and that girl started up on me. And just like Adam in the Garden of Eden, she showed me that apple, and I got weak. I was a long way from Tupelo, a long way from Tupelo. I was stranded in a place that nobody knows. I was a long way from Tupelo. Her mama showed up and said, what in the world's going on? She answered, Mama, don't worry. He's a real nice man who broke down and ain't got a way home. Daddy gave me a ride. I gave him $20 for his trouble and a tank of gas. It's a trip I'll always remember. But if my wife ever asks, I say I was a long way from Tupelo, a long way from Tupelo. I was stranded in a place that nobody knows. I was a long way from Tupelo. I know what you're thinking, Billy Swan. If you got a problem, I don't care what it is. If you need a hand, I can assure you this. I can help. I got two strong arms. I can help. It would sure do me good to do you good. Let me help. It's a fact that people get lonely. Ain't nothing new. But a woman like you, baby, should never have the blues. I can help. I got two strong arms. I can help. It would sure do me good to do you good. Let me help. Every night you're always a part of my dreams, holding me tight and telling me everything I want to hear. Don't forget me, baby. All you got to do is call. You know how I feel about you. If I can do anything at all, let me help. If your child needs a daddy, I can help. It would sure do me good to do you good. Let me help. It would sure do me good to do you good. Let me help. I don't know what day it was when you walked into the room. I said hello unnoticed. You said goodbye too soon. Breezing through the clientele, spinning yarns that were so lyrical. I really must confess right here, the attraction was purely physical. I took all those habits of yours that in the beginning were hard to accept. Your fashion sense Beardsley Prince I put down to experience. The big bosom lady with a Dutch accent who tried to change my point of view. Her ad-lib lines were well rehearsed, but my heart cried out for you. You're in my heart, you're in my soul. You be my breath, should I grow old. You are my lover, you're my best friend. You're in my soul. You're in my heart, you're in my soul. You be my breath, should I grow old. You are my lover, you're my best friend. You're in my soul. My respect for you is immeasurable. My love for you immense. You're ageless, timeless, lace and fineness, your beauty and elegance. You're a rhapsody, a comedy, you're a symphony and a play. You're every love song ever written, but honey, what do you see in me? You're in my heart, you're in my soul. You be my breath, should I grow old. You are my lover, you're my best friend. You're in my soul. You're in my heart, you're in my soul. You be my breath, should I grow old. You are my lover, you're my best friend. You're in my soul. All righty. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you tomorrow. Keep yourself well.